Hi, everyone. I'm really excited tonight to have Phil Young here with me. It's been a pleasure talking with him. We've been planning and listening to his music over the last couple of weeks. And it's funny how you get to know people. It turns out that, in fact, Rami Bar-Niv is with me right now, the Israeli pianist, and he referred me to JJ, and she referred me to Paul, and Phil rather, and I know that Rami's going out to the West Coast. Will he be seeing you as well, Phil, out there?
Oh, you mean
Rami
for who?
Bar-Niv?
All right. I have never met him yet, but
Oh,
I
you
have
haven't
seen
met
him.
him?
His playing, performing is beautiful,
He
wonderful.
knows all about you. He said, "Oh my God, he was so excited tonight when I said I'm going to be interviewing you."
Yes, yes,
So he
yes.
said, "Make sure I get the video on that. I want to basically see it, but that's exciting." So what's wonderful is that your pieces have been played all around the world, and that's impressive. I mean, we look at your bio and you list out all the different places your pieces have been performed. It's just astounding.
Oh,
Um,
thank you, thank
Probably be easy to list the places your performances are not in. What where your
you.
not music is not being performed. But that's wonderful. So let's talk a little bit about how you started in the music world. Were you from a musical family to start with?
Yes, I immigrated from China in 1981. Before
Uh-huh.
that, I was a composer and instrumentalist for Beijing Song and Dance Troupe.
Mm.
And I was a private student, composition student of great composer, Professor Lo Junrong. He's also
Hmm.
a great educator too, yes.
Ah.
And then after I came here, I attended San Francisco Conservatory of Music, studying
Hmm.
with Professor Eleanor Armour. Yeah, yes.
Excellent. And
Mhm.
so let's start with the very earliest times. When you were a child, what was music like for you? How was that to be a child? Were you
It's a different world. Yes,
yeah.
China went through all kind of period, different atmosphere, right? Yeah. When
Yes,
I
yes.
was yes, when I just about to go to not even middle school, the Cultural Revolution,
Yeah.
happened. So all the Western stuff kind of almost like a band. Yeah.
Hmm.
Uh, Music we could approach very, very limited. Yes. And even some Western instruments are banned. Yeah.
Oh
But
wow.
accordion is the lucky instrument because
Ah,
it's easy to carry around for
yeah.
like revolutionary propaganda stuff. So I started play accordion. I became pretty good, and
That's
I even
impressive. I have to tell you that I'm
yeah,
impressed that there's like a million buttons on one side. I don't know how you know where you are. That is a very impressive.
that's correct. Yeah. Buttons,
Yeah.
yes.
So tell me about your success with the accordion. What exactly what was your trajectory on that, your
Yeah,
journey?
I became almost like household known player
No kidding.
because
Wow.
they made a record, the MP, LP
Yeah,
record.
yeah.
Yeah, yes.
Do you still have that anywhere?
Oh yeah, I have. You mean the recording?
Yeah.
Oh yes, yes. I put it online too.
Oh, you
When I
did.
was
And
17.
do
Yeah,
you still
I
have
was
do you
really
oh,
young.
you were 17. Now, was it
17. Yes,
mostly
yes.
that time were you doing the propaganda stuff or yeah.
Yeah, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the radio, I mean, yeah, radio station played my music every day. That's
Wow.
why they all know my name.
Yeah. So now were you from a musical family or how did you
Not
get your
really, no, no.
not
My
really?
father actually was a an owner of a rubber factory. Yeah,
Ah,
but
okay.
of course he went through some difficulties too. Yes,
Oh, I
right,
imagine. Yeah.
right, right. Yes, yes,
So
yes.
you going through the school system, you were recognized as being talented musically, and they probably led you in that direction. Is that true?
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, accordion. We were as youngsters, we were sent to countryside for like re-education, right?
Oh,
So
wow.
accordion actually saved me. Yeah, the performing group got me. They
Yeah.
liked me, and I got so lucky. I can return to Beijing.
Oh,
Yes,
does that
yes.
mean you did not have to go to these camps then?
Oh, I did. I
Oh,
did.
you
I
did. You
did.
did.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, but that got me back. Right.
Now, do you still have the accordion?
Oh yeah, I have the original one made in China. Not bad one. It's an imitation of Italian accordion. Yes.
No kidding.
I
Oh, that's
also have
amazing.
two more Italian one, good ones. Yes.
Wow. Wow,
Yeah,
that's very
collected.
nice.
Yes.
That's, near and dear to me. I just came back from Italy last week, so anything Italian is near and dear to me.
Oh wow, the accordion is the best.
Oh, that's
Yes.
great. And so from there, tell me about how, like, at what point did you decide? I definitely want to be a musician. Was that pretty early on, or was that like you were 17 at the time? You were already pretty successful. What did you think your career would be at that point?
Actually, my influencer is my brother. Yeah,
Ah,
he started to love music just by himself. Yeah,
yeah,
no influence. Yeah,
yeah.
uh, yeah, I was kind of his follower,
Ah,
and
okay.
yeah, the only source we could listen to Western music is through shortwave. At
Mm,
the time, it's kind of not really legal, right? Yeah,
yeah.
yes, but it's as a youngster, sometimes it's kind of very whatever you cannot get, you wanted more.
Yes.
That's the that's the thing,
Yes,
tantalizing.
exactly. Oh my
Yes,
God.
yes.
And so for you, you really at that point felt, I mean, you had success going for you. You really wanted to make a career of it then, huh?
Yeah, and after I entered the uh, song and dance troupe, luckily we had an orchestra. It's a symphony orchestra, actually.
Wow.
Yes,
Wow.
and uh, after 1979 and beginning of 1980, China opened the door. We start to invite conductors from the USA, from
Ah,
UK, and I had a little bit English already. So they assigned me to translate for the conductor for the rehearsals.
oh,
Yeah,
nice.
and also, they we couldn't. The only source we could listen is like more older Russian stuff, right? And
Oh,
yeah, I in the orchestra, I had a couple of very close friends. We had a circle, kind of a music circle, like club,
mm.
composers, violinists, pianists. One of them happened to be a famous composer in Germany now, Chen Xiaoyu. He
Ah,
studied with Ligeti. Yes,
oh,
but
wow.
at the time we were all a bunch of youngsters eager to learn, and
Yes.
I still vividly remember the first time we got a copy of a cassette recording of Stravinsky's Rite of Spring.
Oh, wow.
The time I
Must have been.
heard it, it's just like, oh, it's like a dynamite. We were,
Yes.
such a big shock. It's a
Oh my
good shock.
God.
And
Yeah.
then, yeah, oh, wow, I couldn't believe that the music could be like that. Yes.
Wow. Now, this is a great segue to the first thing we'll play, which is called Fire Dance, in fact. And is there some inspiration to that? Yeah.
Exactly. That's the
Yeah.
point. That's actually my second orchestral piece ever. Yeah.
Ah.
It is commissioned by a very famous choreographer for a
Mm.
solo male dancer. Yes.
Ah.
And it's about a fire. So he want to use the fire as like a imagination, And
Mm.
my personally, I'm always fascinated by the shape of the fire, ever changing fire,
Yes.
and
Yes.
the mystique, everything. So the music is about kind of and also you could hear the influence from the Western modern music already. It's
Yes.
1979, 1980. Yes, 1980. Yeah, right.
Wonderful.
Yes.
All right. So we're going to listen to this now. This is called Fire Dance. And let me make sure I got the right screen. Share the
Yeah, the
screen.
orchestra is the symphony orchestra for song and dance troupe in
Oh,
Beijing.
oh, this is the Sound Dance Orchestra. Okay,
Yeah,
great.
yeah, yeah. 1980, 1980. Yes.
Wow. Wow. That was your second piece ever? That's amazing. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I won. This piece won the music award in the China National Dance Competition. Yeah, the
Wow.
Music God Award. Yes, yes.
That is impressive.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, I love the way you have, sounds moving in and out, up and down and through and around. You got a lot of movement, like these fine, high pitched sounds sliding up and down. And all the movement, and the way you kind of change the meter and the feel of it in different points, and a lot of wonderful, great,
Oh, thank you.
effects. In fact, has this ever been used in a soundtrack? Do you know? It sounded like it could be something that could have been used in a famous soundtrack um,
Yes,
back in the.
a movie just got an award like Hollywood. Uh, it's called Dark Feathers. Yeah, it got
Ah,
an award. They try to use this music, but because there's some copyright, maybe recording stuff, right? But they
oh,
did use some of my music too in the movie, right? Yeah.
that's
Not this
wonderful.
one. Yes.
Yeah. Now, when you think about these things and you go about composing them, do you do a lot of it in your head, or are you playing the different uh, parts one at a time on the piano, or how do you go about getting that gestalt kind of effect? How do you come up with that?
Yeah, the number one thing is the subject
Mm,
or like anything a kind of emotion or
yes.
a scenery
Hmm.
or whatever a
Hmm.
moment whatever, and
Yeah.
then you try to find a right language music language for that,
Mm,
and
yes.
then
Yeah.
you start to build from you know scratches, yes, and then you know layers
Yes.
you
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's
yeah.
just beautiful. Now, did you have to do when you came up with it? Did you have to edit it at all, or like you just once you had it played, like you said, that's it? Is like that worked, or how do you kind
You
of
know,
do test
we
runs
are
to it?
so lucky in the modern technology
Yes.
era. At the
Yes.
time, everything, if I want to change one note, I have to do the whole thing,
Oh, right.
you know, manually.
Oh my
You
God.
really,
Yes.
you have to really literally cut the paper and paste it.
Oh
Yes,
my God. Yes. Yes.
big job.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Yeah.
Right now, if I want to change this thing, I just it's like 5 seconds.
And all the parts automatically change too.
Automatic. Yes,
Yes.
right.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yes.
Well, just a beautiful texture in the orchestra and all
Oh,
the
thank you.
textures you use. It's just wonderful. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is reflection on the Tang program. So tell
Yeah,
us a bit
yeah.
about that.
Yes, that one I wrote in almost 9 years ago. I got commissioned by my dear niece, Clara Yan.
Mm.
She's a professor and a great pianist at uh, North Carolina, Chapel Hill. Yes.
Uh-huh.
And she was going to have a CD album by Albany Record Company.
Mm.
And he commissioned me to write one piece. But I'm so honored because the other pieces are by Chopin, Schumann, a great
I love it.
master. I'm so honored. So I
Yeah, so
really
her
tried my
CD is
best. Yes.
CD is called Folding Time, and I know you have your name in there, and then you have
Yeah,
Chopin.
yeah, folding time.
Fun.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Now
yes.
we're gonna play about 5 minutes of this, and it's just a wonderful piece. And
Oh, thank you. Oh,
and
I
she's a
want to,
very
this is inspiration is from a Tang Dynasty poem.
okay.
It's such a rich, very short poem, but it's so richly imagery, everything,
Mm.
melancholy, the solitude,
Mm.
frosty night sky, moon, oh, cawing crows, oh,
Ah.
all kind of, my music is trying to catch that almost like a translucent quality, the
Oh, really? That's
almost like
interesting.
Chinese brush painting. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So
yeah.
the harmony is built on fourth and fifth, not the triad.
Mm.
It's flowing. You can hear some imitation of the Chinese bamboo flute or the
Ah.
pluck instrument. Yeah, I really tried my best. Yeah,
Now you
really.
say not the triad, so it's not 1 4 5. It's
See, like solfege, do, mi, so, right? No, it's a do, fa, si, mi, something like that. Well, like
yes.
a Chinese pipa.
Ah,
Yeah, they
okay.
are tuned the fourth apart. Yeah,
Oh,
so
I
it's
see.
a
Yes.
natural. It's called quarto quinto harmony. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she's
We
very
use that.
talented too. So this is a beautiful
Oh,
piece.
thank
So
you, thank you.
we're going to listen now to Reflections on a Tang Poem.
Mhm.
So there we go. I played the whole thing, but we don't have enough time. What a beautiful piece. And I have
Thank
to
you.
ask you, do you um can you actually play this yourself? This is really, really
No, I
oh, it's
wish. I wish I could.
it's
I'm
amazing.
not a concert pianist. I
How
just
do you know
barely.
what's physically possible? How do you know where to draw the line? And because it's you really push the limits, but it's amazing. She pushed it all. She put it all together. You know.
Yeah, I'm good at a keyboard. I
Yes.
know the fingering and everything. It
Yes.
should
Yes.
be idiomatic for sure.
Yeah.
No problem. Yeah.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
this piece also got published by China, the People's Music Publishing House, which is the top actually in that country. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Well, by the way, I love you're famous for bringing together the Eastern and Western disciplines and getting the sounds to interplay in new ways that people haven't done before. So I'm just curious as to how you even do you cautiously think of it, or is it you just like kind of all absorbed it almost by osmosis?
Yeah. The ambience, the poem gave me big inspiration. And
Yes,
you could hear at the beginning, that's the bell ringing from the temple from far away in the mountain.
yes,
Oh, that's just it's already there. And then, um, yeah, I think imagination is the number one thing for any creative
yeah.
art. I
I
think.
also
Yeah,
like when you discuss the transparent nature of it, the translucent nature of it. You could really feel that. There was
and
clearly,
also the influence from the impressionists,
hmm
right?
yes.
Yes,
Now,
but
who were
it's very appropriate, right? Yes.
exactly who were some of the people that you were influenced by?
Of course, the 20th century, the two giants, Stravinsky and Bela
Mhm.
Bartok. Oh, yeah. And
Yes,
I love French impressionists. Oh, Ravel, Debussy. Oh, yes. Yeah.
wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah.
So this next thing we're talking about is called Fantasy for Orchestra. And
Yep.
again, it goes on for about 8.5 minutes. We'll only be able to play about 5 minutes of it, but tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. I wrote the music when I was studying with Eleanor Armour at the San Francisco Conservatory of Music.
Ah, uh-huh.
He's such an inspiring teacher,
Hmm.
devoted teacher. And
Hmm.
I wrote three of my best compositions ever under her guidance. Yeah, this is
Yeah,
one of them. And
yeah,
luckily, I won the composition competition that year. So I got privileged. The piece got premiered by the Conservatory Orchestra at Herbert Theater in San Francisco and broadcasted live by QQED radio station. I
yeah.
also got a short interview by the station too at the
Oh,
time.
wonderful.
Yes, yes.
But you
Yeah.
know, Phil, I have to say, I don't think luck had anything to do with it. You're very talented. So,
Thank you, thank you.
so
Yeah,
this is fantasy
this
for.
music is actually a tone poem. It's a tone poem. It's just
Oh,
different elements, the texture, and the conflict of the contrasting
hmm.
elements.
Hmm.
Yes, yes. Mhm.
Okay, let's listen to this now. Fantasy for
Thank you.
Orchestra. Bravo. That must have been a rush to imagine the rush that you must have when you hear your own piece played by an orchestra. That must be the most amazing thing. It must be heaven.
Oh wow, this is good memory for me too. Yes.
Oh my God. That's
Yeah.
just beautiful. Bravo.
Oh,
You know
thank
what
you,
I
thank you.
especially like that we talked about this before is you take these French horns and you have them play like a half a step apart, four of them in a cluster, and you get this
Yeah, yeah,
animal-like sound, almost like a frog or something.
yeah.
You had some wonderful sounds that you invented, I think, in this piece. I've never heard them before in an orchestra. So how do you think of these ideas, and how do you
Oh
think of these
wow,
pieces?
Stravinsky got a lot more than that. You
Yeah. Oh
need
yeah.
more.
Yeah.
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 Yes.
Oh, just
Uh,
wonderful. Yeah.
but there's some sliding on the strings, so get the series of harmonics. Yeah, that's kind
Yes.
of I like that.
Oh yeah, I played violin for years, so I know something about that. There's just some gorgeous possibilities. Now, speaking of the violin, this next piece is Reverie, and
Uh,
this fellow is just an amazing performer. Tell us a little bit about this piece.
yeah, this one is a very uh, little romantic piece. Yeah, it's
Mm,
actually a kind of a nostalgia, nostalgia.
yes,
Yes,
nostalgia.
the
Yeah.
recollection or reminiscence of the past or your beloved. Uh,
Mm,
it's a, it's almost like a romance. Yes, right. Yeah,
yes.
and the harmony is more like a modal instead of like a 1 4 5 like a function harmony.
Oh,
This is
okay.
like a re, like do re mi fa sol la ti. The re is the center of the piece. Yes, yeah,
Oh, so is it
Dorian,
a
Dorian,
Dorian?
Dorian.
Dorian
Yes,
modal.
yeah.
Okay,
So
interesting.
it's a flavor. It's a little flavor, and the piano also has a little bit hesitation in the progress and a little pleading too, like with the melody. But
Yeah.
my lucky thing is the performer is the winner of the for 15th, I think, Tchaikovsky International Competition
Wow.
third prize winner. Yeah, Haika
Wow.
Kazazian. He performed it for me.
Oh my God.
Yes, a
Well,
beautiful performance.
let's
Yes,
listen
yes.
to this. This is gorgeous. Just beautiful. Oh my God.
Oh, thank you, thank
You
you.
have such a great capture of the lyrical, you know, process. It's just
Oh,
it
thank you.
it seems just amazing, just beautiful. Yeah, I can listen to this forever.
Oh,
That's a
wow,
wonderful.
thank you.
That's a
Yeah, this
wonderful.
also got published by Shanghai music publishing company. Yeah.
Oh my God. So it must be popular all over the world. I mean, it transcends,
Oh, thank you.
it transcends music
Yes, I
everywhere.
wish I it got performed quite a few times. Yes,
Mm,
yes.
hmm.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I love the way you put double stops in there, which I always found a little challenging as a violinist, but he mastered it beautifully. Just a
Oh,
wonderful,
thank you.
rich sound. Yeah. Now, this next piece is called Air Sentimental and Scherzo. And
Mhm.
again, we'll play about 5 minutes of it because
Yeah,
it's
sure,
about
sure.
8 minutes. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. I dedicated this piece to Haik Kazazian, the person just performed the other
Oh,
piece.
uh-huh.
Yeah. Then uh, the piece is like you know ternary form, like ABA, like a sandwich. Two A's
Yes.
on the side, the B in the middle. The
Yeah.
two outer sections are more lyrical, more folk sound like
Yes. Yeah.
melodic, very melodic, little bit of melancholy in there. The
Mm.
middle section is a big contrast. It's more dancing, more rhythmic, and lively. It's a caprice. The middle section is a caprice.
Ah.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
it has a little opportunity for the player to show off the technique too. But the interesting thing is in the middle section. I got inspiration from a very ancient Chinese music. It's also a pluck instrument. The piece is called uh, drunk drunken madness.
Oh, really?
Yes, that's you know what the kind of music. Yeah,
I love it.
and normally the Chinese ancient music is more flowing, free in the
Mm.
rhythm, and
Yes.
sometimes it's kind of a square, either four or two, one, two, or one,
Mm.
two. But this is the only piece I have ever heard in the what is called a polymeter. It's like 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 something. It's drunken. It's not the
Oh,
same over. Yeah.
nice.
So adopted that as a bedrock, rhythmic bedrock for the whole
And I'm
section.
sorry, what kind of meter did you call that?
I think it's called either polymeter,
A polymeter. Yes.
polymeter,
Yeah. Yeah.
or some all different names. Yeah. Yes.
Some Indian music is famous for that too, where
Oh
every
yeah.
measure is a different
Oh
piece.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the
Right.
next piece of this. This is Air Sentimental. And by the way, you'll see when I share the screen, just to the audience out there, you'll see that this is actually part of philyoungmusic.com. You've got all this wonderful music and
Oh,
some things we're not going to play, like Jasmine Flower Fantasy, all lined up in there, easily played and just beautiful. I encourage people to listen to the whole version of these things. We're only going to be listening to about 5 minutes of this.
thank you.
hate to stop it, but we got to move on.
Oh, sure. Yes,
Thing.
yes.
Oh my God, just very exciting. Lots of movement there. Just beautiful.
Yes, yes.
Just beautiful.
Mhm.
So let's talk about the Suzhou River. Am I saying that correctly?
Yeah, Suzhou. Suzhou
Suzhou
is
River.
a city's name in China. Yes.
Uh-huh.
A river. So the river is named after the city's name. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And this is a beautiful harp piece. Do you want to talk a little bit more about how
Oh,
you
oh,
found this?
sure, yes.
Yeah.
I got commissioned by my harpist friend, Jie Wu. She is also associated with the San Francisco Symphony. Yes.
Mm,
This piece is a relatively more easy listening piece. Yes.
yeah.
Interesting thing is the Suzhou River. The name itself, if you say it in Chinese, it sounds romantic already.
Ah,
It's
yeah.
sentimental and romantic. So
Hmm.
that's why so many art creations adopted this name for their the title. Yes,
Well,
I
again,
did
this
the
is a
same thing.
beautiful piece. It goes on for eight
Thank you.
minutes, and we're only going to be able to listen to about 5 minutes of it, but
Oh,
it's just
okay, okay,
gorgeous.
yeah.
So
It's
this
a
is just,
ballad. Yes, ballad.
oh
Yes.
yes, absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
Probably a good place to stop. Just absolutely beautiful. And how do you write for a harp? I mean, are there some things they can't do? Because I know she has to press the pedals at points to invoke different sharps or flats. And then when she does these long kind of arpeggio things, I imagine that they have to be within a certain key or something. Or is that true? Or can you?
Harp is one of the most difficult instruments to write for because
Yeah.
it's just the tuning is just a simple C major scale.
Uh-huh.
Any altered note, you have to use a pedal
Mm.
to do it. So you have to plan a lot
Mm.
for the composition. Yes.
Absolutely gorgeous. And of course, she pulled it off really well. Just, half the fun of watching this video is watching her play it. It's just so, you know, incredibly fun to watch,
Yes.
intricate, and she controlled it so beautifully. What a marvelous piece. That's just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So the last piece we're going to play, again, it's like 9 minutes, so I'm going to play a little bit of it. But this is called Ex Machina, or also, I guess, Robo Man. Is it the same? Is that in fact the same piece?
Robo Dream,
Ro
Robo Daydream, Robo Dream.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Also, I got commissioned by my pianist niece,
Ah,
Clarion.
mm-hmm.
She was planning a concert related with modern technology.
Mm,
So when she first called me, the number one thing came to my mind is a robot. because,
yes, yes.
because the dazzling technology, we imagine we want the robot to be like us, not just technically, intellectually, but also emotionally, right?
Right, right.
Movie, everything. Yeah, I think I have to do that. But
Mm.
this music is a little bit comical and almost like cartoon-like.
Ah,
Yeah, the first section, because I want to create the robot it's a clumsy, repetitious, tediousness, everything in there. So I
mm.
chose the ragtime. Ragtime.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
so it's like
Excellent.
in the middle section is a fantasy. The robot fantasizes to be a human, but
Mm,
it's in a funny way, a little bit of funny way. It's a sad and a
mm,
funny, and there's a parody inside too. There's a
mm.
computer malfunction. It's a chaos,
Ah,
everything. But it should be a very entertaining piece too. Yes,
excellent, excellent.
and
Well, this,
Clara did a great job. Yes.
oh my God, this is beautiful. Okay, this is Robo Dream. There we go. Unbelievable. I
Oh,
forgot about
okay.
the dancing robot. That's just beautiful.
Yes.
Oh my God. Yes, great job. Kind of because at times you were thinking that's almost human-like, and I said, no, it's almost robot-like.
Yes.
What would a robot do with a human body? We were expecting it to walk like we would, but it's kind of discovering itself, which is quite fun. And I
It
love the way
is
you have these.
Srinsky's Petrushka. That's the best example.
Ah,
A puppet, but has a feeling. Has a
yeah.
cold.
Well, Phil, this has been a lot of fun. I really appreciate your
Oh,
time. This
oh,
has been a
thank you so
wonderful,
much for having me. Yes.
wonderful journey through your music, and it's just really. I wish we had time to listen to every single piece in its entirety. But I want to encourage people to go to philyoungmusic.com and listen to these. They're beautifully put together on your website, and they can listen to them in their entirety without ads, I might add, which is wonderful. I don't know how you did
Thank you.
that, but that's just great. And
Thank you. Thank you.
I want to
Yes.
congratulate you on your work. I look forward to keeping in touch and hearing what you keep doing. And I know that you're still working hard on new things. And you're out on the West Coast. If I ever get out there, I'm going to sure find a way to look you up. So,
Yes, that's it. Yes.
so
Yeah,
thank
I'll see you here someday.
thank you
Yeah.
so much. You have a great night and keep up what you're doing. And thank you for being our guest on the show. I really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Have a good night. But
Have a
yes.
good night.
Thank you,
Thank you,
everybody.
everyone. Take care.